What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel, Fede Kaiganich here. Today we're gonna be taking a look at two very similar guitars, but we're gonna be trying to, find out if they differ in some way. I'm not sure this can be showcased on YouTube, but we'll try. I'm talking about two PRS McCarty 594 guitars. One is a double cut, the other one is a single cut. The only difference these two guitars have is the thickness of the body. I'm not sure you guys can see this, but the single cut is thicker. It's almost, I'm not sure the exact measurement, but I think it's identical to a Les Paul. On the other hand, the double cut is slimmer. I think the double cut is a little bit thicker than most of PRS, classic models like the Custom 22 or Custom 24, but still slimmer than the single cut McCarty. As we can see, the heel, of the neck here differs a little bit. Here it's a little bit more contoured for the hand, given that in this double cut, this guitar is very easy to access on the higher frets, right? The double cut. Maybe the single cut not so much, and this is why they have contoured the heel of the neck like that, so that your hand can slide, under there and reach the higher frets easier, Other than that, this is the same exact configuration of guitar, Two, I think these are the 5815 low turn TCI humbuckers. They are coil splittable, two tones, two volumes, maple top, mahogany body, mahogany neck, rosewood fingerboard. The two differences that we see here in the tuning machines is, it's just the handle. This is the newest, wider tuning machine button, it's very lightweight. It's very comfortable, for tuning purposes, because it's wide and you can, get a grip of it very nicely. These ones are just like the traditional tulips, but it's just a button, The tuning machines are exactly the same. These are non-locking tuners, So, do these sound different in any way? Do they feel different? We're going to be trying to find out these few aspects in this video. So, I'm gonna try to go back and forth between these guitars, clean and then with some overdrive. We're gonna be playing through my two Rock TS1. The overdrive I'm gonna be using is the JRockett Dude. I'm recording for consistency with my universal audio aux, like I always do. And the reverb that I'm gonna be using is a little bit of Strymon Flint on the loop of the amplifier. Let's start. So there you go, guys. You know, these two guitars, it's incredible how, you know, Paury Smith builds so consistent guitars, you know, from one another. I feel, I'm not sure if this is just my mind playing tricks on me, you know. I feel that the Singlecut is a little snappier and it has a little bit of a tighter bottom end and, you know, low mids, maybe due to the thicker body, you know. But I'm not sure if this is my mind playing tricks on me, like I said, or if this is real. But this is what I feel between those guitars. You know, however, these are so similar, you know. It's really amazing. The quality and the consistency of these instruments is something that I've rarely seen in you know, in other kinds of guitars. One thing I forgot to say is that the neck profiles are also the same. It's the pattern vintage, and these two, at least these two feel identical to, you know, in my hands. What else can I say, guys? It's a matter of taste. Another thing is that I know these guitars are meant to be played on stage, you know, standing with a strap. A Singlecut might be heavier, you know. This guitar is 6 ounces heavier than the Doublecut. 6 ounces is about 200 grams for those of you who like to speak in grams and kilos like me. So yeah, the Singlecut is thicker and you know, that's why it can tend to be heavier. But if you play, you know, in your home studio at home, I have to say that for me personally, at least, you know, for me and my body, I don't know, the Singlecut sits better on my lap. It does sit better on my lap. For some reason, I don't know if it's the extra volume, you know, here, or what it is. But, you know, two incredible guitars, I have to say. You know, these two are exactly the same scale, you know, same pickups, same controls, same everything. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning into my channel. What I'm gonna do next is I'll probably upload some video, you know, with a jam, you know, on a backing track, and I'm gonna go back and forth between these two guitars in a separate video. Thank you, guys. See you next time.